Hey, it's October 8th, 2018, and I want to talk about the Monday Night Raw episode from the night. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't, I don't feel like I want to react to this though, because I thought it was just gonna be predictable, and a lot of it was, don't get me wrong, like Bobby Yassi and Kevin Owens, both those guys. But I didn't have any desire to see that match because I knew it was going to be direction yes. I mean, it was probably good because I love Bobby Lashley and Kevin Owens, and I know what great workers they are, but I just didn't want to see that match. But anyway, enough of that. D Generation X is reuniting for Crown Jewel. That's a story that broke fairly some time ago. I mean, maybe a couple months ago. So it wasn't that much of a surprise. But it's still gonna be good. That's the internet nowadays. I mean, they know wrestling and everything, but it's still gonna be great. But my all-time favorite moment is that I'm so glad I watched this. The Battle Royal for the tournament at Crown Jewel. Now, as you all, if you've been with me for a while watching my wrestling videos, you know Kurt Angle is my favorite wrestler of all time. I mean, I loved his work in WWE. I loved his work in TNA. That's where that's where he has some of his best matches, in my opinion. I mean, you got against Drew Galloway, you get Bobby Lashley, against Samoa Joe. I just think he has some of his best matches there. But oh, and AJ Styles, can't forget about AJ Styles. Uh, I thought the start of the segment was Kurt was Baron Corbin, the acting general manager, had organized a tournament. Well, not a tournament, excuse me, a battle royal to get into the tournament. And he filled it with jobbers and all the stuff. And I saw right when it was coming out. I was like, oh, I see what they're gonna do. They're gonna, this is an easy way for them to say that Baron Corbin got into the tournament. I wasn't really happy about it because I don't think Baron Corbin deserved to be in a tournament called Best in the World. But, I mean, I like Baron Corbin well enough, but he's not what I think of when I think wrestling. When I certainly not what I think of when I think of the best wrestler of all time. But I thought, oh yeah, I see what they're doing. That's an easy way for them to say, for them to say for them to say Baron Corbin. Excuse me, I can't talk. I'm excited. Uh, that's an easy way for them to say Baron Corbin and the tournament, yada yada yada. And I thought, okay, I know exactly how this is gonna go. But for some reason, I watch. It could be fun. It could be fun to watch. So Baron Corbin introduces all these local talent. I called them jobbers a couple minutes ago. Sorry about that. I just think that's kind of wrong. But but he introduces all these local talent. He had to read them off the note card because I mean nobody knows who they are. But he introduces all these, and he gets it wasn't the act one, but it was somewhere close to that, the Conquistador. Now, I remember the Conquistador from just what I've heard on the WB video game, that he was either Edge or Kristen or Persona made by Edge or Kristen or whatever. But this is where it gets right, Brian. So the battle starts, and for a second you're like, wow, the local competitors are going at Corbin. Maybe they're gonna eliminate him, but no, lo and behold, Corbin eliminates them all. But the beauty part is, I'm gonna say the Conquistador pulled the jersey of King Yaya at the Royal Rumble, and he gets outside the ring. He just rests a little bit before the match starts, I think. He sees eyes under the bottom rope, and Corbin doesn't notice him. But so Baron Corbin eliminated the competitor, and he thinks he's won. He raises his hand in the air in the corner, and he's like, by this point, okay, get him Conquistador. But they don't do it for a few minutes, and oh goodness, are they gonna say Corbin has won? But they don't do that. The Conquistador gets in the ring, and he starts throwing these. He dodges some of Corbin's attacks, starts throwing these massive German suplexes and an angle slam. And I'm not gonna lie, even though Kurt Angle was my favorite wrestler, I legitimately did not know this was him. I recognized his moves, I think, but I did not know this was him. Even after the angle slam, I didn't know it was him. So he hit Corbin with an angle slam. He killed them out of the ring. Corbin's in shock. And a few seconds later, Angle rips off his mask, and it's revealed to be Kurt Angle. And I go crazy. Cause like I say, Kurt Angle is legitimately, no joke, my favorite wrestler of all time. There hasn't been a wrestler like Kurt Angle. For my money, there won't be a wrestler like Kurt Angle again. But, so, I'm really excited because at first, seeing that it was the tournament and everything, and seeing the guys all lined up, I thought, oh Pete, don't tell me this is gonna be Battle Royal. But then I thought, well, they call it a Battle Royal if it wasn't they call it a Battle Royal if it was a Battle Royal. They would call it a tournament if it was a Battle Royal. So, I'm really excited because we haven't seen Kurt Angle one-on-one with anyone yet. I'm excited because Baron Corbin, I don't think it's gonna get in. But then again, WB has made some rather stupid decisions before. But, John Cena is also in the tournament for some reason. I love John Cena, don't get me wrong, but I would have loved to see him qualify or whatever, but he just in the tournament. That's fine. We may get to see John Cena vs. Kurt Angle. I really hope they don't announce the matches ahead of time, that they keep it a surprise, because I'm just for suspense, I guess. I'm still going to tune in, even if they still announce matches, because that's going to be a great tournament just because the two names involved, John Cena and Kurt Angle. I'm really hoping Kevin Owens gets in, maybe Bobby Lashley, maybe Drew Galloway. we may see Bobby Assey versus Kurt Angle again, Yagawa versus Kurt Angle against, but so many potential new matchups, like Kurt Angle versus Finn Balor, if he's in, I really hope he's in. He hasn't had a legitimate storyline since he re-entered the Universal title. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just said that. That was like 2 years ago or something. He hasn't had a storyline since he's re-entered the title back in 2016, I think it was. It's 2018 now. So it grinds my gears a little bit. But nonetheless, I am still very much looking forward to the tournament. And sorry, I know that went on really long, but I'm just really excited. Also, I'm getting WB 2K19 tomorrow, so I'm pretty excited for that. But yeah, Kurt Angle, I hope he does well. Maybe he won't win. I'd like for him to win, but I know WB probably won't do that. I don't know. It'll just be great to see him compete in a one-on-one match again in WB. It feels like it's been forever since we've seen him in a one-on-one match. I think they were gonna do something with him and Jason Jordan before he got injured, but we don't get to see that. Another thing I want to talk about: Chad Gable and Bobby Roode versus the Ascension. I didn't watch this match because, again, I knew it was going to be Direction Years. I'm happy it's over. I love Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. I'm not too much big a fan of it first since he's come on the main roster, but who is? Yeah, that's really sad, because Chad Gable is one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean, if you book a match between him and Kurt Angle, they could just make magic together. I've talked about Kurt Angle a lot, but like I said, he's my favorite. But yeah, that's sad. But it's over now. And hopefully Chad Gable and Bobby Roode can move on to something else. Maybe with the Ascension of the Bar, or the Bars of SmackDown, so I guess that can't happen. Maybe the Ascension or not the Ascension, we just saw that. Maybe the Author's Pain. I can't really think of anyone else. I'm sorry. But yeah, hopefully they'll move on to something else, because both men deserve better. That main event segment, the Seal versus Dr. War. I wasn't gonna watch this match because we've seen it at Super Showdown. I thought the show was just gonna be a rehash. But I watched it, and I'm glad I did. Because I saw, one of the first things I saw is Dean Ambrose versus Galway. And even though we saw that one-on-one match a couple weeks ago, it still felt fresh. I was excited to see them go technically one-on-one again. But I was excited to see them tangle, and it reminded me why I loved wrestling. I mean, for all the shade and all the crud we saw at it, and some of it legitimately so, because WWE has the potential. Here's the thing: with the roster on both Raw and SmackDown, WWE has the potential to put on phenomenal shows every single night. I mean, every single night. Legitimately, iterate every single night. Boom, 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 APS, APS, APS. But they don't do that. But that just makes these moments of brilliance, like the Kurt Angle situation, like Dean Ambrose and Luke Galloway, all that more special. And this was a good match. The tease between Luke Galloway and Braun Strowman, I cannot wait to see that match. Drew's one of my favorites too. He and Kurt Angle are one of my favorite matches in TNA history. But yeah, that tease was great. Andrew Galloway won with the Claymore. I sort of didn't expect that, but after it happened, WWE has its way sometimes of giving us an Andrew to win the match, but still making us feel like we need something more. And I want to see Dean Ambrose versus Galloway again. Maybe at a major pay-per-view, maybe just on a Raw. It deserves better than a Raw, but I ought to match too. But anyway, yeah. I'm sorry that was kind of rammy, not doing anything than the rest of Talk guys. Shout out to Yukonali, they're awesome. And generally, what's funny is generally on Raw nights, well, maybe not on SmackDown nights, because SmackDown's generally awesome, but generally on Raw nights, I look more forward to watching the Wrestle Ramble in the morning than I do actually watching Raw. And that's kinda sad. But yeah, that's just funny. But guys, again, I'm sorry, this has been kinda ramby, but I'm just really excited for Crown Jewel now. I mean, we get DX vs. Brothers of Destruction, which admittedly we knew about a couple months ago, so it wasn't that big of a surprise. We get Kurt Angle and John Cena competing in the Best in the World tournament. And that's gonna be awesome. I'm even really excited for the triple threat match at Crown Jewel. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. But SmackDown tomorrow night is gonna be awesome because we have Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel for the WWE title. Finally, Daniel Bryan's way beyond. I'm pretty sure that title's not gonna change hands at Crown Jewel because they really do title changes at house shows. But yeah, that was my 2 cents. So that was Raw, October 8th, 2018. Guys, have a good day. Enjoy W2K19. If you haven't gotten it already, enjoy it tomorrow or whenever. Just follow the shade. We follow the shade we saw it at heart. We're all WB fans. We watch it because we love it, and it's really got something for everyone. Guys, have a great night. Thank you for listening to my rambiness. I had nothing prepared. I just wanted to talk about some of my favorite moments from Raw this week. Guys, have a great night. God bless you.